update coming in from the national capital. NewsX has exclusively accessed the order issued by the Supreme Court in the stray dog relocation case. The 20-page order details the previous case, the new modifications in order that was stayed on August 11th. The order states that there will be a conditional release. That means dogs will now be released after sterilization and vaccination as well. Furthermore, the order states that in fact, aggressive dogs must be kept in shelters. The order has further mentioned that feeding strays in the public streets is now going to be prohibited. My colleague Sambhav Sharma with us on the broadcast to give us more on this. Sambhav, of course, you've been outside the Supreme Court since, of course, the hearing kick-started. Now we have the big order with us. And, of course, what the Supreme Court has said that aggressive dogs are going to be still kept in shelters, but more or less other dogs are going to be vaccinated and then they're going to be released. What more can you tell us? All right, Sambhav is going to be joining us momentarily, but for now, the development that we are tracking is with regards to the stray dogs order that has been put out by the Supreme Court. It is a breath of fresh air for many dog lovers. Let me just quickly give you the details on that front. A new direction has been put forth. The Supreme Court has modified the earlier stray dog ruling. Dogs will now be released after sterilization and vaccination. Aggressive dogs must be kept in shelters. That's what the Supreme Court has said. In fact, they've also said that feeding strays on public streets is now prohibited. Civic bodies are slated to create designated areas for feeding. A new mandate now applies to all of India, and of course the August 11th order required all strays to be relocated. Now we of course know for a fact that as far as the stray dogs are concerned, aggressive dogs are of course going to be put in shelters, but for the remaining dogs on the streets, they will be given sterilization, they are going to be given vaccinations, and after that they are going to be put back in the place that they were in fact taken from. My colleague Sambhav back with us on the broadcast to give us some more on this. Sambhav, if you can hear me, I'm trying to understand, of course, this 22-page order that has been put out by the Supreme Court. What exactly does it enlist as far as the stray dogs are concerned?
Well, here the three-judge bench of the Supreme Court has modified it earlier. Earlier two-judge bench order where the Supreme Court two-judge bench had taken suo motu cognizance and given certain directions in a way mandating the confinement of all the stray dogs in the Delhi-NCR and prohibiting their release. But now the Supreme Court today has modified their order, and the three-judge bench of Justice Vikramnath, Justice Sandeep Mehta, and Justice N.V. Anjaria clarified that the stray dogs may now be released back into their original place of habitation after vaccination. So this is one thing, and also the Supreme Court has talked about pan-India policy, national policy on dogs, and the cases which are pending in other courts, other high courts, will also be transferred to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court will hear the matter in detail. But as of now, everything in the August 11 order has not been stayed, but few parts of it, which I just mentioned, is stayed. And also, the bench made it clear that these dogs which are exhibiting aggressive behavior. Now, this is to be noted what exactly does it mean when the Supreme Court is saying the aggressive behavior, or if the dog is infected with rabies, and the dog shall not be released into public spaces. This is what the Supreme Court has made clear. And earlier, on August 11, the two-judge bench of the Supreme Court of Justice J.B. Pardiwala and Justice Mahadevan had directed MCD and other civic authorities to round up, in a way, all stray dogs within 8 weeks and keep them in dedicated shelters with no release onto these streets. So there is a difference now. A three-judge bench has, in a way,
Right.
Yes, absolutely. Here they have changed a bit, this modified in a way, and this particular order of the Supreme Court.
Absolutely, Sambhav, I request you to stay on with us as we shift our focus to developments that we are tracking as far as Bihar SIR is concerned. We are going to, of course,